안녕하세요. Riding on the Korean wave. Welcome to Friday's edition of the Culture Wave. I'm Kwon-soa in Seoul. Explore with us Korea's culture from all aspects and stay up to date with K-entertainment, K-art, K-technology, K-sports, K-everything. And all of that together with our Friday co-host, Bella Kim. Hello, Bella.
Hi, Soa. Happy Friday, Soa.
Happy Friday.
And happy Friday to everyone joining us today on the Culture Wave. I'm Bella, here to co-host again and fill you guys in with some exciting K-entertainment news.
And we're also joined by Arirang's news features reporter, Park Konu. Welcome, Konu.
Hi, Konu.
Happy Friday. And a big hello to our viewers as well. I'm Park Konu, news features reporter at Arirang News. And I got some exciting news just for you, so stick around.
And we're actually going to start off right away with you, Konu. So last week, you brought us a very interesting coverage, which was on AI-style art and how that is redrawing the canvas of modern art. Now today, you also brought us something related to art. I would have to say it's not just modern, but it's futuristic.
It's totally futuristic. And as you mentioned, I'll be introducing a groundbreaking, a collaborative project that brings together art, science, and K-pop all together into one unique creation. And what makes it even more special is its connection to space technology. But before I tell you more, let's head to the scene where this all began. Home Sweet Home, a popular song by K-pop star G-Dragon that captured fans around the world, has now gone beyond Earth. G-Dragon made history last week when he became the first K-pop artist to send music into space. He shared what that meant to him with great expectations.
자세한 주소는 아니지만 받을 사람이 불분명하겠지만 누군가에게 보내놓으면 계속해서 떠돌다가 누군가에게 또 닿을 수도 있다는 그런 좀 기대, 희망, 설레임이 가장 크고.
The beaming of the music into space was made possible by KAIST, Korea's leading science and technology institute, using its satellite technology. Radio waves once carried music through the air. Now satellite antennas are sending it into space. K-pop is no longer just a genre, but it may become a new form of communication with the unknown. An official from the institute spoke about the project's significance.
This is meaningful as it fuses technology, media art, and K-pop. It lets us dream about distant space and even the possibility of unknown life.
He added that while Korea may be a relative latecomer in the space industry, this kind of cultural and technological experiment could unlock new possibilities, like one day creating art inspired by signals from space. The project also involved a media artist who made visual artwork to accompany the song into space. And he said this project represents more than just sending art.
We might even gain a K-pop fan out there. But more than that, this is about transmitting the emotional voice of humanity into space. It wasn't just sound or signal, but human emotion. And when we get to meet the unknown, art could be our most powerful language to communicate.
He said this is only the beginning, with more art tech experiments merging pop culture with science and technology already in the pipeline. And as those ideas take flight, a new creative lab may just be the opening in what's now called the era of art tech.
As if JD doesn't have enough fans on planet Earth, I can now kind of imagine how aliens out there are headbanging to Home Sweet Home.
Definitely. And the art tech inspired project that you covered was inspired by a specific motive, I heard. Please tell us more about it.
That's true. As Bella just mentioned, this project stems from an artwork by pioneering South Korean artist Baek Nam-jun, widely regarded as the father of video art, who passed away in 2006. Professor Lee Jin-jun, who created the media art for this project, said he did so with deep admiration for Baek.
Baek's artwork was a massive media art project titled Good Morning, Mr. Orwell, aimed at creating a harmonious connection among humanity. Inspired by this, I named the project Good Morning, Mr. G-Dragon. My goal was to send a message of harmony outside Earth and pose a question of how the unknown might perceive us from far away.
He explained his message was to bring peace and harmony to the world, especially in light of the numerous conflicts today. He added that by viewing our issues from an outside perspective, where Earth seems just like a small blue dot, we might realize that such issues are not as significant as they seem.
It definitely helps us look at things from a different perspective, physically and also psychologically as well.
Right, I totally agree with you on that. And it seems like this project, Konu, is making science more accessible through art. Are there any other ways that make science more easy?
There are plenty of ways, but I'd like to recommend just two of them today. The first one would be participating in science festivals that's taking place through April as South Korea celebrates Science Month. For example, Daejeon City, which I recently visited, is hosting the country's largest science festival organized by the Ministry of Science and ICT till this weekend. Visitors can experience hands-on science and the latest technology, like a robot dog that can even dance to G-Dragon's hits, including Power, as you can see on the screen right now. Another way is by listening to K-pop songs that explore science-related themes, including space. These songs are making science more relatable and fun for the public. So one example would be songs by singer-songwriter Yoonha, like Event Horizon or Oort Cloud, and also K-pop mega hit boy band BTS's songs like Microcosmos or 134340, and I got that right, are other science-inspired songs. With many artists putting scientific themes in their music, why not dig a little deeper after the show and even discover some of your own?
Well, I already did my homework and went through those songs, and I also found that Twice has a song that's actually called Scientist.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Konu, for that interesting topic today. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, Konu.
Of course, thank you.
Now time for some K-entertainment news with Bella Kim. Bella, we just mentioned Twice, and we're also going to have Twice as part of our story later on. But first, we're going to start off with Jin from BTS.
That is right. Well, Soa, Jin announced the date for his first ever solo world tour. According to the poster he released on Reverse, the global fandom platform, Jin will kick off his solo tour, Run Seokjin episode tour at Goyang Sports Complex, Auxiliary Stadium from June 18th to 19th. Jin will then perform 18 shows across 9 cities, including Osaka in Japan, Dallas in the US, London in the UK, and also Amsterdam in the Netherlands. Jin's solo tour title, Run Seokjin Episode Tour, contains the meaning of heading out to meet BTS fans, armies, of course, and also it's a spin-off from Jin's YouTube channel entertainment program title, Run Jin. In the upcoming tour, Jin will fill the stage with a variety of performances, and also Jin will show off his new tracks from the tour, from his upcoming second mini album, Echo, that will drop on May 16th.
And for those who might not know, Kim Seokjin is the name of Jin.
Yes, full name.
That's why it's called Run Seokjin Tour. So very exciting news for ARMY fans. We're going to move on to another tour, but this one, we're going to talk about actually foreign artists who are here in Korea.
That is right. British rock band Coldplay kicked off their Korean concert of the Music of the Spheres tour on Wednesday at the Goyang Sports Complex main stadium. This marks the band's second visit to Korea. Its last time they were here was 8 years ago, back in 2017. And with 50,000 audience members for each of the 6 days of concerts, the band is set to perform for a total of 300,000 fans. And guess what? All 6 shows are sold out, of course. And not only that, Coldplay also broke records, as this is actually the biggest scale of concerts in Korea ever held by any foreign artist. Another record breaking for Coldplay, and each of the concerts will go on for about 2.5 hours, unfolding in 4 themed sections: planets, moons, stars, and home. Coldplay's performances in Goyang will go on until April 25th.
Well, I was not able to be one of those 300,000 fans to grab one of those tickets. But Bella, I heard there's a special guest for their show in Korea, and we did give a slight hint before.
Yes. It's a girl group Twice, and they are the special guests for all 6 shows in Korea. And what's even more exciting is that Coldplay and Twice actually released a collaboration single today. That's Friday, Korea time, and it's actually a remake of Coldplay's We Pray, but this time it includes verses in Korean. Twice said about the collaboration that, quote, "We believe We Pray is a song about overcoming hardships together and sharing a message of peace and hope." We're especially proud that each of us recorded our lines in Korean, allowing us to deliver our heartfelt emotions in our own language. Coldplay and Twice performed the new release of We Pray for the very first time at the first round of Coldplay's concert on Wednesday.
Really a great music with such a meaningful message.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Bella, for those updates.
My pleasure. I'll stick around.
And our AI anchor, Ari, also has interesting culture stories for us today. Let's go over to her.
Hello and welcome to your AI guide to the latest cultural updates from Korea. Here's our top story. Renowned Korean author Han Gang is set to release her first new book since receiving the Nobel Prize in Literature last year. Titled Light and Thread, the book is a collection of essays featuring Han's previously unreleased works, including poems, diary entries, and the speech she delivered at the Nobel ceremony. Much attention is being drawn to her pieces that had never been made public before. It will be available in bookstores starting April 24th. The Jongmyo Taeje, a royal ancestral ritual held each spring at Jongmyo Shrine, will be held on May 4th this year. It will be unveiled to the public for the first time in 6 years. Jongmyo Taeje is held annually on the first Sunday of May. To honor the spirits of past kings and queens of the Joseon dynasty enshrined at Jongmyo, the Royal Ancestral Shrine, the National Heritage Service has designated April 24th to May 4th as Jongmyo Week, during which a variety of cultural and experiential programs will be offered to the public. The Hojun Museum, dedicated to the legacy of Joseon's most revered physician Hojun, is marking its 20th anniversary with a special exhibition. The exhibit highlights the stories of doctors and court physicians of the Joseon dynasty who embodied the Confucian virtue of yin, or benevolence, through the practice of medicine. Around 100 artifacts are on display, showcasing how these scholar physicians devoted themselves to healing the people. Located in Seoul's Gangseogu district, the Hojun Museum was established in 2005 to honor Hojun's contributions to medicine and his spirit of compassion, as well as to promote the global recognition of traditional Korean medicine. That's all from me. Stay tuned to the Culture Wave.
It's now time for the latest in the world of K-sports. We have updates on the KBO, Korean players in the major and minor leagues, as well as golf news. For all of that, we have our sportscaster Jason Lee in the studio. Hello, Jason.
Hi, Jason.
Hello.
So, Jason, why don't we start off with KBO? It's been around a month now since the season started, and you did mention that the LG Twins have been the hot team, and now they are also making history with a no-hitter. Tell us more.
That's right. The LG Twins, not only have they been the hottest team in the league, but 4 members of the Twins combined for a no-hitter as the first-place Twins blanked the Samsung Lions 3-0 on Tuesday. Eliezer Hernandez started things off pitching 6 innings without a hit. He was followed by Kim Jin-sung, Park Myung-gun, and Jang Hyun-sik, who each threw a hitless inning as well. And that is just the 4th time ever that we've seen a combined no-hitter in the KBO. And the one question that'll never get answered, unfortunately, is could Hernandez have completed the no-hitter himself? He was removed after 6 innings of work, despite having thrown just 79 pitches. He had some cramps in his right thigh, so he had to be removed. The perfect game was ruined when Hernandez hit Lee Jae-hyun with a pitch in the 6th inning, but a great effort by Hernandez. You got to wonder what would have happened if he stayed in the game, but good news for LG is that they were able to complete the no-hitter without him.
Definitely a good news for LG Twins. And now speaking of Hernandez, he isn't the only pitcher that's making headlines right now. Also, Kia's James Nail is also making headlines. So what's up with him? How is he doing?
Yeah, what a season that James Nail has had so far. He had the best ERA last year in the KBO, but he missed the last month of the regular season. That allowed Kyle Hart to pass him in both wins and strikeouts. But he's picked up right where he left off last season, and he's allowed just 1 run in 31 innings this year. That's good for a ridiculous 0.29 ERA. Unfortunately, the Kia Tigers haven't really given him much run support, so he has just 2 wins in his first 4 games, but he is off to an amazing start. Last year, with a month left in the regular season, he took a ball off the chin. He broke his jaw, and he had to miss the last month of the regular season. But I think he's really come back and shown that he's worthy of last season's stats. And I think there's a good chance that had he not missed the last month of last season, he probably would have won the Chedong-won Award, which is given to the top pitcher in the league. Kyle Hart would go on to win that because, he played the full season. But James Nail, 0.29 ERA. That's just a number you don't see it. Small sample size, of course, but he's off to a great start.
He's definitely nailed it.
Yeah.
I really wanted to say that on air.
That's perfect, yes.
But Jason, speaking of players on hot stars, let's also talk about the son of the wind, or maybe I should say the grandson of the wind.
Yes,
Lee
right.
Jong-hoo. So he's been not just hot, but red hot in the major league. So give us the updates.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Lee Jong-hoo, of course, his nickname, the grandson of the Wind, because his dad was the son of the Wind, Lee Jong-bum. Lee Jong-hoo has been playing lights out in MLB for the first 3 weeks of the season. He is hitting .348 after another hit today. Of the 18 games that he has played, he has hits in 16 of those games. So just only 2 games that he does not have a hit. He's in the top 10 in all of Major League Baseball in hits, in batting average, in slugging, in wins above replacement. Just about any stat offensive, he is up there. And he's also got 3 home runs along with 3 stolen bases in only 3 attempts as well. So if you consider last year, in 37 games, he had 2 home runs and 2 stolen bases. So he's already passed his stats from last season in half the number of games. He's off to an amazing start. And if the season were to end right now, I have no doubt that he might not be the National League MVP right now, but he would certainly get votes as an MVP, probably be top 5 in voting as to how his play has gone so far this season. So San Francisco, they invested over $100 million in him last season. He only played 37 games. A lot of people were wondering, oh my God, what did we do? But I think in the early going so far this season, Lee Jong-hoo has really shown that he's been worthy of the high praise that San Francisco has been giving him.
Wow, let's hope that his great condition will continue as it is right now.
Yes. And speaking of MLB and Lee Jong-woo, we have to talk about Kim Hae-sung as well, who's also playing in MLB as well. But he's in the minor league right now. But I heard he's doing great.
Yeah, he's been off to a pretty good start. He got off to a bad start the first couple of games, but as of late, he's turned it on, especially the last week. He had a 2 home run game. Before that was a 1 home run game. So he had 3 home runs in a span of 2 games. He's now hitting .368 on the season. He's also got 4 stolen bases in 4 attempts. So he's really getting a lot of action down there. And he's also playing 3 different positions. So he typically plays second base, but he's been playing a lot of shortstop. He's been playing center field as well. And I think this is because LA realizes that they want to get him up to the major leagues, but we don't know what position he's going to play there. Andy Paez has not been playing that great. Max Muncy has not been great at third base as well. So there's a couple of possibilities of places that he could play defensively for the team. So I think they're trying to give him some reps at each of those positions because his offense is starting to pick up. You know, Paez and Muncy are both hitting under 200 in the major leagues, whereas he's hitting 268 in the minors and doing well, though. And defensively, he's looked good as well. So I think there's a good chance that he could get called up maybe towards the end of April, or I would think at the latest at the beginning of May, especially if Paez and Muncy continue to struggle.
Yes, I was wondering when you would think he would be deemed ready to be in the major league. So what would be the most important factors for him right now?
The key is definitely being able to catch up to North American pitching velocity. So in the KBO, I think you're looking at an average fastball of about 89 to 91 miles per hour, whereas in Major League Baseball, the average fastball runs about 94, 95. And I think in AAA, it's probably around 94 as well, 93, 94. So the fact that now he's getting some repetition against some harder, faster pitches, and he's doing well against them. I think there's a good chance that he could get called up, and when he does, I think he'll be very deserving of it.
Okay, well, let's keep our fingers crossed for him.
Yes.
And now let's move over to golf. The biggest event in golf, the Masters, just wrapped up last weekend. Although it wasn't won by a Korean, it was not a bad finish for Im Sung-jae. Tell us more.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, Rory McIlroy clearly stole the headlines by completing the career Grand Slam at the Masters, his first Masters win. But a great tournament overall for Im Sung-jae, as you mentioned. He fired a final round 3 under 69 to finish 7 under for the tournament, and that tied him with Bryson DeChambeau for 5th place. It also earns him just under $800,000, so he's going to shoot up in the rankings. I think he's up to about 22nd now, and 2 other Koreans participated in the event. Both of them made the cut. Byung-Hun An tied for 21st at 2 under, while Tom Kim tied for 52nd in the event. So the Korean men, not so bad on the PGA Tour.
Not too bad, yes. And I was looking at the Masters and I thought, you know, Im Sung-jae could maybe one day hit a Grand Slam too. You know, nothing's impossible, right?
You never know.
You never know.
Grand Slam tournaments.
Looking forward to Im Sung-jae's career as well. And also, much talked about the Leaf Golf is actually coming to Korea just in 2 weeks now.
That's right. Live Golf, of course, a lot of talk around the tour that has been competing with the PGA. Jack Nicklaus Golf Club in Songdo, Incheon will be hosting the event, which starts on May the 2nd. Of course, Live Golf, a lot of controversy because, you know, they're stealing a lot of big-name players from the PGA. But the reality is, hey, they're bringing some of the biggest names in golf to Korea very, very soon. You got Dustin Johnson, Bryson DeChambeau, Sergio Garcia, Phil Mickelson, John Rahm. Of course, Kevin Na will be among those fan favorites captaining the Ironheads team as well. Koreans are going to love to see the Korean squad. Some of them are second-generation Koreans playing for America or Australia, but certainly they're going to be fan favorites here.
And speaking of fans, some K-pop fans will also be happy because there's going to be a special concert.
Right.
That's
and
right.
G-Dragon, who we spoke about today, is going to be actually headlining the concert.
That's right. K-pop concert. And that's the cool thing about Live Golf, because it's not just about the golf with them. They try to make it more entertaining and have things like K-pop acts at the first ever Live tournament taking place in Korea. As you mentioned, G-Dragon's going to be there, Kill, Gummy, Dynamic Duo, and IVE all participating in the event. So you don't have to be a golf fan to enjoy the tournament.
Great
Definitely.
lineup there. Well, thank you very much, Jason, for those updates, and talk to you again soon.
Look
Thank
forward
you,
to it.
Jason.
And thank you, Bella, as always. Have a great weekend. See you next week.
I'll see you next week.
Thank you for spending the past half an hour with us on the Culture Wave. Enjoy your weekend, and please join us again next week, Monday to Friday, 2 p.m. Korea time.